The news for South Mississippi. WLOX News at midday.
WLOX News is following a developing story right now. More than a dozen people dead after gunmen opened fire in a Tunisian museum. Plus a major mess on a Canadian highway. What is to blame for these 50 stranded vehicles? Hello everyone, I'm Rhonda Widener. It's 11 a.m. Welcome to Midday.
And I'm meteorologist Joel Young. We have mostly cloudy skies out there across South Mississippi right now. Here's a live look at our Hancock Bank Tower cam in Gulfport. The rain hasn't gotten here yet, but it will later on this afternoon, probably early evening. These models are kind of trending at a later arrival of those showers. So tonight we're going to see increasing showers. Tomorrow, slight rain chances later on in the afternoon once again. And then this weekend we have better rain chances going into Saturday and some more lingering into Sunday as well. We'll have a look at that 7-day forecast in a few moments. Here's a live look at that WLOX 24/7 radar right now. Mostly cloudy skies, no rainfall out there just yet. I'll have more details on that 7-day a little bit later.
We begin with a developing story right now out of Tunisia. Security forces there say gunmen stormed the National Bardo Museum today, killing at least 17 people and wounding several others, including foreign tourists. 2 of the gunmen and a security officer were also killed when security forces raided the building. It was the first attack in 20 years on a Tunisian tourist site. It's being reported now that 2 or 3 of the gunmen involved in the attack may be at large. 3 people are dead and 4 others hospitalized following a shooting in Stockton, California overnight. Police say it appears to have been a drive-by shooting in an area known for gang activity. Stockton police say a woman died on a sidewalk and a man and woman died at a hospital. 4 men were found inside the market and taken to hospitals. Police say they are expected to survive. So far, no arrests have been made. And a tragic story to report out of New Bern in eastern North Carolina. Police say 3 children have been stabbed to death, ages 1, 5, and 12. 2 other people were wounded. An 18-year-old is charged in this crime. Police say the suspect and the victims, all Burmese, knew each other but were not related. And in Germany, as many as 350 people have been arrested in connection with the massive protest taking place right now in the streets of Frankfurt. The protests are over the opening of the new European Central Bank headquarters. The protesters have been clashing with police and setting cars on fire. You see all of the chaos there. Police are using water cannons and other force to disperse the crowds. It's not official, but incumbent Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is banking on a win. He came out ahead in Tuesday's election. Today, Netanyahu said he hopes to form a new government within 2 to 3 weeks. ABC's Molly Hunter reports from Jerusalem.
A surprising and decisive win for Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu, a vote of confidence from the Israeli people. Netanyahu thanking his voters for choosing him against great obstacles. After trailing in late polls to left-wing rival Isaac Herzog, Netanyahu chose a hard right strategy, announcing just before Election Day there would be no Palestinian state while he was prime minister. To rally his base to the polls, he warned Israeli Jews that Arab citizens were voting in droves. But what was expected to be a nail-biter ended up a landslide. Netanyahu's Likud party came out ahead by 6 seats. Herzog called the prime minister Wednesday to congratulate him and wish him luck. But it's not over yet. To keep his job, Netanyahu must now cobble together a coalition, and he's expected to win over other party leaders. But the real trouble lies in his future relationship with Washington.
I deeply regret that some perceive my being here as political.
After that now famous speech in front of Congress antagonizing the Obama administration, he then promised to expand settlements in the West Bank and voiced opposition to a 2-state solution with the Palestinians. Israel's strongman has set himself on a direct collision course with the White House.
If all goes according to plan, Netanyahu is on track to becoming this country's longest-serving prime minister. But the real challenge of his next term might be repairing that long-standing relationship with President Obama. Molly Hunter, ABC News, Jerusalem.
If you live in Biloxi, mark your calendar for April 28th. That is the day you will be asked to head to the polls for Biloxi's special mayoral election. In the meantime, the city council must come up with another $85,000 per year to pay the incoming mayor. City officials say Mayor A.J. Holloway chose to only draw $30,000 a year instead of the $115,000 he was entitled to. So the city only budgeted $30,000. Well, the city attorney is looking into the issue, but officials don't believe this is going to be a problem. We've seen a lot of major pileups on U.S. interstates the past few months related to weather. Well, look at this one. Check out this 50-vehicle pileup near Trenton, Ontario. This happened around midnight. Police say about 40 tractor trailers and several smaller vehicles crashed due to the poor driving conditions and icy roads there. 4 people were injured. Their injuries, however, are not life-threatening. Today, WLOX and the Raycom News Network is teaming up for a campaign called Together for Josie. It's our way of helping the family of Josie Wells, the U.S. Marshal from Jackson County, killed last week and laid to rest yesterday. If you want to help, you can go to WLOX.com right now and fill out the form that our company has posted, or you can text Josie to 41444 to make a donation. The U.S. Deputy Marshal Josie Wells Memorial Fund has been set up to benefit Wells' family and their only child, a baby boy that is due in September. More problems for Penn State this morning. The school's Kappa Delta Rho fraternity has been suspended for a year and could face criminal charges over some questionable and possible illegal photos online. ABC's Karen Travers reports from Washington.
Another fraternity in serious trouble. The Kappa Delta Rho fraternity at Penn State has been suspended for a year. Its members accused of posting pictures online of nude women who didn't know they were being photographed.
The images are disturbing.
Some of the fraternity members are now facing criminal charges in connection with the photos, which were posted on a secret Facebook page. They show nude women apparently passed out or sleeping, others allegedly depicting drug sales from marijuana to cocaine and hazing rituals. The pages were accessible by invite only to current and former fraternity members.
We know that there were over 100 people were invited to this page privately.
According to a police search warrant, it was a former brother who blew the whistle and went to police.
He was able to still be active on the website, Facebook page.
This is just the latest example of a frat under fire. Last week, the Sigma Alpha Epsilon fraternity was disbanded at the University of Oklahoma. The school expelled 2 members accused of leading a racist chant in this viral video. And at the University of Maryland, a member of the Kappa Sigma fraternity was suspended after being accused of sending a vulgar email last year that said Black and Asian women should not be invited to rush parties unless they're hot and consent for sex is unnecessary.
Shouldn't be happening at a big university like this.
Today, the Sigma Alpha Epsilon fraternity announced a plan to combat racial intolerance and an extensive nationwide review of all of its chapters after that Oklahoma incident. Karen Travers, ABC News, Washington.
Happening now, a job and career fair in Biloxi. It's open to any of you looking for employment. You have almost 2 hours left before the job fair shuts down. It will be going on until 1 p.m. at the Mississippi Coast Coliseum and Convention Center in Exhibit Hall D. Bring extra copies of your resume and be prepared for on-the-spot interviews. There are jobs available in numerous areas, including food and beverage, law enforcement, education, trucking, construction, and more. Stick around when WLOX Midday continues. Joel Young will have our forecast for today and for the rest of the week. And it looks like those clouds are rolling in. We'll tell you more right after this.
weather for South Mississippi with meteorologist Joel Young.
Welcome back. Well, if you like the sunshine, now's a good time to get outside and enjoy it because it's about the last time we're going to be dealing with the sunshine for the next couple of days because rain chances are rolling in. Here's a live look from our Golden Nugget Tower cam in Biloxi overlooking downtown Biloxi. Things are looking good right now, but clouds are rolling in. There's a look at our Edgewater Mall Tower cam at the Beauview condominiums looking the opposite direction down Biloxi Beach. Still people are out enjoying a nice morning on the beaches. The rain hasn't gotten here yet. It probably won't get here until later in the afternoon into the early evening. Likely after 3 p.m. we'll have a chance of those showers between 6 and 9 p.m. and even more so in the overnight. Temperatures only getting down to 70 degrees by 9 p.m. That cloud cover acting like a blanket and keeping things a little bit mild overnight, and we'll see more rain chances tomorrow. Here's a live look at our WLOX 24/7 radar. Just some cloud cover now rolling in already, but it's pretty thin right now. That will continue to thicken later on in the day and into the overnight. We'll see these showers that are popping up over western Louisiana now. That is what we're expecting to cross into our area later tonight, and I'll show you exactly when on our futurecast. Here's the setup. That area of low pressure now centered over north central Texas. It's got a little bit of a stationary boundary right across the south, and south of there we have the pretty warm temperatures. They were a lot warmer yesterday. They're going to be a little bit cooler today. We're at 77 in Gulfport, 65 in Birmingham, Memphis at 55, and then you get a little bit cooler as you head north of there. Winds right now pretty calm. That's another reason why temperatures are going to be a little bit cooler today. You get the windier conditions, allows for atmospheric mixing, which leads to warmer temperatures, and we're not going to see that record-breaking warmth today, at least not expected, but we could come close. We'll likely get into the low 80s, but I don't think we're quite going to hit that mid to upper 80s point like we did yesterday. Right now, we're in the 70s, 79 in Biloxi, 70 in Gulfport, 78 in Pascagoula, and 75 in Perkinston. Dew points in the 60s. Those will continue to increase as we go on through the overnight, or more moisture will increase as those rain chances move in. They'll be crossing Interstate 59 around 6:30 p.m. this evening, maybe a little bit earlier than that. Then, as we go into the overnight, it continues to push through here. Most of that rain will be north of us. Our inland areas will see the best rain chances, but we all still have a fair chance of rain. And then as we go into the afternoon on Thursday, we still have a few showers in here. And Friday, we have more showers in the area, but those are only 30% chances compared to today's 50% chances. So here's a look at how much rain we're expected to get, anywhere from a trace to maybe about a half of an inch. And I think that's about it. I think, again, most of that will fall north of us in the Hattiesburg area. Temperatures getting into the low 80s inland along the coast will likely only get into the upper 70s. Overnight tonight, getting down into the mid to lower 60s once again. Tomorrow is going to be warm as well, but not quite as much so because we have the extra cloud cover and those rain chances. Seas will be 1 to 2 feet in the Sound. Same story there offshore. Late afternoon showers in the offshore waters as well. Tonight we'll have our high tide around midnight tonight, and then we'll have a low tide early in the morning with a range right around 1 foot. And here is your 7-day forecast. We have a 50% chance of rain today. Then that drops down to 30% for Thursday and Friday. Still, the clouds are going to stick around. Temperatures still in the 70s, low 70s for Saturday and Sunday, even upper 60s for Sunday, with rain chances once again, increased rain chances, significant ones right around 70% and 60% for Sunday. Then we dry out for Monday and Tuesday, a little bit cooler with highs in the 60s.
Today, the Mississippi coast is rolling out the red carpet for the National Commander of the American Legion, Post 119 in Gulfport, making the visit happen. We want to welcome Michael Helm to Midday. Good morning. Good morning. And welcome to the Mississippi coast.
It's good to be here. It's warm down here. I'm enjoying the good weather.
And I'm sure good to be in a community that is very military minded. We love our military here in South Mississippi.
Yep, there's a lot of good veterans here doing good things for the communities around here, and a good working relationship between government officials and also the American Legion.
You know, so many of our viewers probably see the American Legion post around town and don't really have a good idea perhaps of what the American Legion does for our veterans.
Well, we're the America's largest veterans organization. We number about 2.4 million within our organization. Then we also have the auxiliary and the Sons of the American Legion and Legion Riders. And of course, our main focus is Americanism and children and youth programs, and also concern for national security. But of course, our focus in the last couple of years has really been on veterans health care.
Yeah, and you have a lot on your plate. I know that you recently came back from lobbying Congress.
Yep, it's been a busy time at the lobbying for Congress, though, and after my testimony, a lot of interest from both senators and representatives asking questions and trying to fix what's wrong with the VA. Also, we have a new director of Secretary of the VA right now, Secretary McDonald, that's doing a good job trying to figure out what's wrong and make it better.
So why are you here on the Mississippi coast today?
Well, mostly to meet and greet and see the great things that the American Legion people are doing all over Mississippi. We started up, I flew into Memphis, and then so we come back across the line in Mississippi, and we've been
started up in Jackson and come down
all the way down. Yep, it's been a really enjoyable trip, and it's just rewarding to see some of the successes of the American Legion family all through Mississippi.
Now, I know that you're going to be over at American Legion Post 119 in Gulfport and Ashley Drive this afternoon for a luncheon. Are you going to speak as well?
Oh yes, I'll have an opportunity to talk in front of all the American Legion family. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, is that open to the public?
Oh yes, very open to the public. Lots of good food. I've never been disappointed yet on any of the food that I've got down here in the South. The Southern people certainly know how to eat, and it's good to be here.
Absolutely. Once we get the VA situation straightened out, what do you think the next priority will be?
Well, the VA is always going to be our focus, a real focus. Right now, an issue that we're working on real hard is traumatic brain injury and post-traumatic stress from the signature wounds of the war. Now, we're concerned that the VA and DOD is using far too many drugs to treat those conditions. We think there's some outcome-based therapies out there that can be utilized to bring them back to a fuller recovery, and so we promote that. I've talked to the Secretary about that, and he's in agreement. He wants to bring the DOD, the VA, Veteran Service Organization, perhaps outside interest groups such as the NFL that has trouble with brain injury, that we can find a better way to treat those conditions.
Michael Helm, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Appreciate it. A salute to all of you. Well, stick around. A weekend retreat for cancer survivors, and they need your help to make it happen. All right, get all of the details about Camp Bluebird and their fundraiser this weekend next on Midday.
One more time.
Patty, Courtney. Courtney. Marilyn Tucker.
Okay.
Well, folks, the Mississippi Army National Guard's 1108th is responsible for keeping military aircraft in the skies. And today, that group is preparing to head to Kuwait to support Operation Enduring Freedom. Asha Staples is at the Combat Readiness Training Center in Gulfport right now, and she joins us live.
Good morning, South Mississippi. We're here and the ceremony, the send-off ceremony has just wrapped up. So there's family and loved ones wrapping their arms around the people that are going on this trip. And to talk a little bit about what exactly they're doing is I have Adjutant General Collins with me, and he's going to tell us a little bit about this mission and what you guys are going to be doing.
Well, today was just an opportunity for the family members and the members of the community to come together, say farewell, and thank these soldiers for the job that they're about to do, which is go to Kuwait and manage all of the theater maintenance in the theater of operation. The 1108 TASM-G has a mission to oversee all the maintenance on all of the aircraft that the Army uses and doing their mission in places like Iraq and Afghanistan.
Okay, well, good luck to you guys and best of safe travels when you get over there. And they're going to wrap up with a little luncheon, I hear, right? Okay, so we're going to let them have some family time before they head off. For now, reporting live in Gulfport, I'm Asha Staples. Back to you, Rhonda.
And twice a year, adult cancer patients and survivors come together to share stories and to support one another at Camp Bluebird, a 3-day, 2-night camp. Here to tell us more about this year's camp and an upcoming fundraiser, Patty Courtney and Marilyn Tucker. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
So we talk about Camp Bluebird every year, and what a wonderful thing it is for all of these cancer survivors to come together, because it's a very meaningful time for them.
Yes, because they get to talk with each other about their individual problems, and then it makes everything so much better. Now, we both are cancer survivors, so that's why we're here. We like to give back and to show the people that you can move on with your life and be absolutely normal. Cancer doesn't have to stop you.
No, absolutely not. What did it mean to you? What type of cancer did you have, and how did you come about finding out about Camp Bluebird?
Oh, well, I had cancer when I was 32, and I'm a 42-year survivor. So it was, my children were very young, but after I moved down here to Mississippi, and I saw a little blurb in the paper, and I called, and this is my 3rd year of going to the retreat, and it's just wonderful.
So you see how it changes lives.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
And you know, anytime you have a camp like this or something to support, you don't want the patients themselves to have to put money out of pocket. They've got enough in the way of expenses with their medications and their treatments. So what are you doing to raise money for Camp Bluebird?
This weekend, we're having a wonderful Victorian tea over at the Biloxi Visitor Center. Just think of it, relaxing afternoon. We're going to be with friends enjoying the Gulf breeze and the beautiful views, and just a casual day. You can come with your friends or your family. And
casual, I mean, do you have to dress up, or?
Well, it is a Victorian tea, so we'd like the ladies to look like ladies. You don't have to look Victorian, but you know.
A lot of them are wearing hats.
Yeah,
hats, okay.
Right. Because don't we like to go out and get dressed up once in a while?
Absolutely.
You know? So it's going to be a very special day for that.
Silent auction as well?
A silent auction as well. Tickets are $20 per person, and it's from 2 to 4 p.m. at the Biloxi Visitor Center.
Absolutely. I asked you about the silent auction. What type of items do you have?
Oh my goodness, we've got Mary Mahoney's. We've got, help me out here, Patty. She told
Hillier
us,
House
yes.
from Ocean Springs.
Bienville
Animal Clinic. You know, quite a variety of things. And, you know, all of the local businesses have been, you know, very generous
great about
with us.
donating. They
And
usually are.
And we'll have gift certificates, and we'll have, you know, gift items. It's going to be a surprise to us, too.
Well, ladies, thanks for joining us. And if you want to find out more about Camp Bluebird, go to their Facebook page or their website and donate if you want to. Just make a donation.
Thank you for having us.
Stick around. Coming up, find out what stories WLOX News crews are working on for later today. All righty, welcome back.
Yeah, and we have some nice weather out there right now, but the rain is on the way this evening. Here's a live look at our Hancock Bank Tower Cam in Gulfport. Seeing more clouds start to roll in. They're all moving in from the south and west. They're pretty thin right now, but they'll thicken up later on today. And we'll see those showers arrive later on this afternoon into the early evening. There's a look at where that low is right now over East Texas, but the rain is already out ahead of that, starting to approach the Mississippi River. And again, that will get here sometime around 5, 6 o'clock this evening. It'll continue through the overnight, except it'll be off and on, so we're only expecting about a 50% chance.
Little on it.